Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of organizing, and to start I'm going to start organizing my son's toys that he keeps in the living room. I have had two baskets sitting on my hearth for a while, and I just really didn't like the way that it looked. It just made it look really cluttered, and I had this big basket in our bedroom that we weren't using. So I'm going to put all of his tractors and trucks and trains and stuff like that he plays with every day in the living room in this big basket. And I think it's going to just make it look a lot better. There's some toys that were in here that I no longer wanted to keep in here because they're not ones that he plays with that often. So I'm going to be moving those to his bedroom. I'm going to be organizing some baskets in his bedroom a little bit later on. So I hope that you will enjoy this organize with me, and maybe this will be a motivation if you have a spot in your home that you've been putting off organizing. Maybe this will give you some motivation to get that done. But again, welcome to Gridiron and Grace. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new, I would love for you to subscribe and leave me a comment down below. I wish that I had a little bit of a better organization system in our living room for his toys. And I've tried to take them in his room, and he just ends up dragging them all back in the living room every day anyway. So I just think that maybe by putting them in this basket, at least it won't take up so much room, and hopefully they can all be contained to more of one area, at least all of the small things. We do still have some of his bigger tractors and things like that underneath this bench, and I just push them under there every night so that they're not all in the floor. But if you have any kind of suggestions on an organization thing that I could put in our living room, I still want it to look, good in here. And I thought about getting like an ottoman that opens and that I can store stuff in it, but I don't really have a good place to put something that big. So any suggestions you have, you can leave them in the comments below. Okay, now moving on to his bedroom. Some of these bigger toys are some that I brought from the living room that I want to keep in here. And we have several matching baskets that I used to have in a changing table that I had for him that we got rid of, and now he has a dresser and the baskets won't fit in the dresser. So I just have them on the floor beside the dresser and beside another 3-tiered container thing that I have. I don't love it sitting on the floor, but that's the best solution that I have right now. So I'm just kind of going through and organizing them and putting like items in each basket. I know it probably won't stay like this with a toddler, but I've tried to put like all of his animals and farm things in a basket and some miscellaneous things in a basket. And like I said, I kept all of his little trucks and things like that. I'm going to keep them in that big basket in the living room because that is what he plays with the most often. That little Woody that I just showed you, my uncle actually got that for Rowdy for his first birthday, and he likes to mash the little star and listen to it. My uncle was actually deployed the first 10 months of Rowdy's life. He was deployed for a year, and I had Rowdy about 2 months after he was deployed, so he definitely has made up spoiling him in the last year. Now I'm moving on to this tiered thing that I have in the corner of his room. I've had this thing for years. It was actually in my bedroom when I still lived at home. And so the little cube organizers that are in there were just old and they needed to be replaced. And one of them was purple, so it didn't match his room anyways. So I got a pack of some new cube organizers off of Amazon, and I'm going to reorganize these, put them back in the little tiered stand, and I end up moving it a little bit. I like how it looks better, but that's what I'm working on right now. And these are things that he won't need to get to very often. Some little basketballs that go to a basketball goal that's actually at his grandmother's house, and some little pieces that go to a farm that I think he's just too little to play with right now. I'm going to keep these in here until he gets a little bit older. And then also a few bigger sports things, like there's a football in there, and I put another basketball and baseball, and then also his little Auburn football jersey that he got for Christmas that's still a bit too big for him, and it came with shoulder pads and a helmet and all that. I'm storing some of that in one of these containers as well. And then the one that I end up putting on the bottom is actually empty, so I have a whole empty container if I need it. This Organize With Me was actually filmed on President's Day, and we were out of school for a holiday. And so I woke up and just had the motivation to organize something. So I was like, it's going to be a messy hair, makeup-less kind of organization day. I know it looks like there is a lot of stuff on his floor right now, and that's because, like I said, I had pulled out all these baskets and was trying to organize them and go through them and put things together. So I just have to remind myself, and this is a reminder to you, that when you are organizing and going through things, it will look worse before it looks better. Since I decided to use that big basket in our living room, I took the basket that originally was on our fireplace, and I'm going to switch it out with the current basket that I have his books in, and they fit a lot better. And in a few seconds, my son's going to come in, and I decided to leave this little conversation in because I thought his little voice was just so sweet, and I wanted to leave it in the video. You got something for me? What did you get for me?
Get those. Get two.
What, Ryan?
Get what is that? Sure that.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Where did you find that?
On table. Get it off. Get ready off. Find it on table. Get ready off.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
He brought me just a little piece of plastic thing that he found, and he said he found it on the table in Rowdy's stuff. But I just thought it was so sweet, and at the end where he says thank you. He's telling me right here every book that I put in there that he wants to read, and he absolutely loves to read, and it just melts my heart how much he loves reading. I'm actually a library media specialist. That is my job, and so of course it warms my heart that he loves to read so much. I actually ended up having 3 extra baskets, so I'm going to take one of them and put it in his closet and just save it for whenever I need it to store something else in. And then here in just a minute, I'm going to show you that I take the other one and I'm going to put it in his bathroom and change out the little plastic thing that I have his bath toys in and change it out for one of these nicer ones. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all what I did over here. It's not ideal that it's laying on the floor. I would eventually like to get something to put these baskets in, and I tried to put it in this thing right here, but they wouldn't fit. So I just put some miscellaneous stuff over here. His animals and all his little farmer people are in a basket. That basket back there is just miscellaneous stuff, and so is that one. But in here I have put like little pieces that are too little for him to play with right now that go to like his farm and stuff, and his Auburn jersey. And in here's just some random sports things. And I got new things to go right there, and I think that looks a lot better. And, you know, it was organized a second ago, and he's already been in here. But some bigger things that I wanted out of the living room, and then that's Axel's basket, the forklift, some more bigger things that eventually I want him to be able to take outside. That's an empty basket, and I switched his books to this basket. This basket was the one that used to sit on the fireplace that held all the toys, but I switched it and put his books in here because they were falling out of the basket that they were in. So I actually have an empty basket with that now, and now I want to go and move his bath toys into one of the other empty baskets. So right now I just have his bath toys in this plastic thing, and I want to put them in this one just because I think it looks better, and I need to go through these anyway, so that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, I think that looks a lot better, and then these are some things that I'm going to find new homes for, and I'm going to throw that plastic thing away. So we're just going to move this and put it back down here, and that's where his little bath toys stay. I think that looks a lot better for when he takes his little bath. So I put all of his trucks, tractors, trailers, trains, things like that he plays with every day in here, and I'm not gonna move it right now because he's playing with it, but it is gonna sit over there. I'm just gonna put it beside the basket, that way he can pull out what he wants, and I'm still gonna keep the big things underneath, but that way I don't have to have anything on my fireplace. And I would love to decorate my hearth on my fireplace, but you know, I'm not always gonna have little trucks and tractors all over my house, and I'm gonna miss that one day. So one day when he's older, I might decorate my hearth, but for right now, his trains are gonna be the only decorations up there. But I am glad that they all fit in this basket, and I don't have to have multiple baskets up here, and I'm gonna move it, like I said, later tonight, and I'll show you. Okay guys, well that is going to be the end of today's video. I decided to keep the basket in front of this window. I just think that it looks better than having it over here. I'm just scared it might block some of the walkway, and I just think there's more room to have it in front of this window, and like I said, that's pretty much where he plays anyway. So I just want to say thank you again for watching today's video. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!